Hey guys, welcome. We're here to discuss
July programming.
Coach Jamie Lee, who programs all this stuff. Craig Howard, who talks about all this stuff and does most of it. So
yeah.
Cool. Let's take a quick look back at June, as we always do, looking at the previous month. Front squats, clean, and strongman skill stuff. Just front squats, seeing lots of PRs on the board. That's been great. The progression's been good. We're headed into a test of it. When are we
so
going
we did a test.
Oh, that's right. It was yesterday.
We did the 2 rep max. We did the 2 rep max on the front squat. So we were not going to the full 1 rep max on our front squat this month for the month of June. Because in July we're going to put the power clean and the front squat together, and we're going to work on our squat clean as our primary. Yeah,
that's right. Will be the 1 rep max. So yesterday we went through and tested 2 rep max, which was cool to see people push that. One of the things I really liked, and we're starting to get better at here at Diablo, is spending the appropriate amount of time doing these lifts.
Yes.
And I can't emphasize that enough. When you see a primary strength day, is to really encourage your athletes to spend time on the lifts, good rest in between sets. I coached twice yesterday. I gave people 20 minutes, and people used the full 20 minutes. It was nice.
And you know what too, like if you're a heavy lifter and like maybe the squat is like a primary, or like the primary lift is something that you really want to focus on and getting stronger, it's not the end of the world if you decide to opt out for the Metcon for that day. If it's a really heavy day and you need a little bit more time, the key is, you know, the way CrossFit would typically program a heavy day is that's your workout of the day. You know, like that's okay to attack your front squat as the workout of the day. But if you're feeling like you need to get a little bit of burn, there's always that quick little Metcon at the end.
Yeah, if you skip the Metcon, you won't be less fit. As a matter of fact, you might end up being
you might actually come stronger, quicker.
Stronger. Right, and then we worked on the clean, which is cool because that progresses into July as well. And one thing that I really enjoyed was all the strongman stuff that we did, the loaded carries, the overhead, and the farmer carries. That was all fun stuff.
It's good.
And we don't do it that often, and it teaches our members something that they can do on their own.
It teaches them something they can do on their own, but it also allows them to learn how to brace, how to hold, you know, a heavy load, especially as we go into this next month.
Yep, great. So July. Well, why don't you talk about our progression?
So our primary focus for the month of July is going to be the squat clean. The focus is we're going to be working on some positional work. So the beginning of the month will feel more like a complex, beginning with a clean pull and then doing some reps from, you know, high hang, position 1, position 2, low hang, and progressing it to the ground. So at the end of the month, we're going to be pulling the bar from the ground for the squat clean. Now the secondary focus is a jerk. This is going to be a jerk from the rack. It may be a split or a power. I would encourage you guys that, you know, if the split jerk is something that you haven't spent a lot of time with and you want to really work on refining it, this is a good time to work on that skill. Especially early on in the month, while it's light and we can still work on those positional adjustments as needed. But you know, I see too often that people go to what they're comfortable with and what they're more familiar with. Right. And you know, going outside of that comfort zone is only going to make you a better athlete, but learning a new skill like a split jerk could actually turn out to be a better option for you depending on what mobility looks like.
Yeah, and I think maybe help teaching you to get lower, or the value of getting lower, and maybe make you better at your push jerk.
Exactly. Right? Yeah, it definitely does have a carryover.
And then I saw this month, which I enjoy, is rope climbs, and getting better at rope climbs for our gymnastics skill this month. Yeah. So for the rope climbs, we're going to be focusing on we got 4 different progressions. Now, kind of like how we've done progressions in the past is, you know, we'll work on a progression and then we'll pick one of those progressions that we'll use within an EMOM. So what we're doing is we've got 4 different progressions to work with, and rope climbs could be one of those things that you have it and then it's there, and then when your grip's done or your toast, it's gone. Don't hesitate to scale back to another option or a modification. So while we're practicing these in the beginning of class, have 1 or 2 options, you know. So for example, we're going to start off with a rope lay down, so keeping a nice straight body lay down, working on lengthening and lowering yourself down, and as well as pulling yourself back up into a bar hanging. So we got our strength and grip aspect, and then we're going to work on our technique from hanging and working on the foot lock. So put those 2 together, now we're at a rope climb. So the next progression would be just half rope climbs. And you know, one thing I see a lot of people that are just learning and starting out their rope climbs is what happens once you get past the first 1 or 2 or 3 pulls.
panic starts happening. So, utilizing a half rope climb, not the end of the world. It's one way that you can work on developing that skill. And then, you have rope climbs, great. Use the rope climbs. There's a designated rep scheme that's kind of encourage people to push outside of that comfort zone. And like I said, if you have rope climbs and you're a master at them, give a leg
This is something where I see advanced athletes can climb ropes fast, but they are incredibly inefficient.
Yes.
And this is an opportunity for you as coach to go back, do the homework, watch some of our demo videos on rope climbs and how to make them more efficient. Straight arm, high knees, right?
Yep.
Good foot grab up by the hands to make these athletes more efficient. When you get deep into a Metcon and you're hypoxic and you go to jump on a rope climb, if you're doing that enclosed bar, you could be in trouble.
And we are doing a heavy rope climb. Well, not heavy rope climb, but a rope climb at the end of the month that's got a decent amount of grip and rope climbs in it. So this is a great time to practice on refining that rope climbing skill to make that workout a little bit easier.
Awesome, love it. This month, notable workouts. I noticed at the end of the month we're doing a 1 rep max clean and jerk.
Yep, so we're putting our primary and our secondary, combining those two to establish a 1 rep max.
That's great.
Which, just a little look into the future, which will be a build into our August programming, which is going to be a clean and jerk as a primary. So
fantastic.
Get that number in, log it, use that for data for future.
That's great. And then we have a 500-meter time trial on the rower, which is miserable, but it's good for people to test and know and understand their 500-meter time. One thing that I always teach CrossFitters when they come into our gym and they learn the rower is how to look at the monitor and understand how they feel versus what their average 500-meter pace is. So learning your best 500-meter time is just applies to everything you do whenever there's a rower in a workout.
It's like knowing what your 1 rep max back squat is.
Yeah, that's right. It's absolutely helpful. One of the workouts that I noticed that I'm really looking forward to, and it's going to require some effort coaches, is the on-off with unknown time domains.
Yes.
So we've got an AMRAP that will run with almost fight gone bad style, with the exception that you won't know how long the rounds are. And you'll go, rest, go, rest, go, rest. Only the coach will know. And this is going to require some effort on behalf of your coaches and your community to not give it away for the later classes.
Yeah,
what are your thoughts on this, by the way?
Don't spoil it for the next class. We're looking for a special stimulus is how hard you go.
Right.
You want to go hard, but you don't want to go too hard. And it's 3 different intervals, and they're all 3 different times the amount of working, and they also have 2 different rest periods. So the rest in between is also unknown. So what I would recommend on that workout is just attack the workout hard, but don't redline it out the gate, because it could be a really short piece, it could be a long piece. You won't know until the coach gives you that 30-second warning.
And then we have Fran on Friday this month.
Fran midweek on Friday.
And then there's a special 4th of July one. We're going to be closed at Diablo on 4th of July, but we do have a workout up if you can find
the gym, find a barbell and some rings.
Yeah, really cool workout. The next thing I wanted to talk about, progressive programming doesn't have detailed minute-by-minute lesson plans. One of the reasons for that is here at Diablo, I expect our coaches to be competent enough to design their own warm-ups that are appropriate for the class for that workout of the day. That empowers the coach. And it makes them feel like they're part of the process. It also requires them to know and understand the workout before they come. So by involving the coach, they get to know their customers better, they get to know the programming better, and they feel empowered. When there's a detailed second-by-second lesson plan, the coach is, in my estimation, is almost just a prefect for the workout. And I would rather have each coach having their own flavor. As a result, our members get a little bit different. The morning class might get a different warm up, different feel. So you come at a different time of the day, you might get a different type of warm up. What you will find though are the athlete notes and the coach's notes that will help you create a great lesson plan for the day, so you can get it done. Cool.
Yeah, it's like having a predetermined lesson plan also kind of distracts you know, me personally, like the ability to watch and kind of make that connection with the athletes. It's like, if I'm so stuck to the schedule, I mean, yes, we do need to know what our schedule looks like, and don't want to run late or run too quick, but you know, it's nice to be able to, you know, bounce around between the athletes and members.
Absolutely. So you'll find all of the things that you need on SugarWOD every day. The athlete notes and coaches notes, those get downloaded.
And that is actually something new on SugarWOD, is the athlete notes are now on something that you click and should have videos attached. So where videos are needed, you'll see them.
Yeah, cool. Right on, guys. This looks like a great month, Jamie Lee. I appreciate it.
It's going to be fun.
Thanks, guys.
Enjoy the summer.